This is Saiyaara anime movie explained with the parents and younger brother. Vani waits at the court for Mahesh and his family. They're supposed to get married today. Her brother asks her if she's nervous, but she says she can't wait to start her new life. She looks at a picture of her and Mahesh and smiles. Mahesh is getting ready in his room. His mother enters and asks him if he's ready to start his new life. He says he can't wait. His sister enters and teases him about being nervous, but he denies it. He asks her to leave so he can get ready. She leaves, and he takes a deep breath and closes his eyes. Outside, Vani and her family are waiting for Mahesh and his family. Suddenly, Vani's phone rings. It's He tells her that he needs to talk to her. She goes outside to talk, and he tells her that he can't marry her. Confused, she asks why, but he just hangs up. She tries calling him back, but he doesn't answer. She is shocked. Vani sits down next to her mother, who asks what happened. She tells her that Mahesh called and said he didn't want to marry her anymore. Her mother and brother comfort her and ask her to wait a bit more because Mahesh must be coming soon. But she knows that he won't come. Soon, she faints at the hospital. Her doctor friend tells her family that she has taken some sort of shock and will be fine once she wakes up. As they leave the room, her brother tells her not to worry because Mahesh won't do this to her. He will come and apologize soon. She slowly opens her eyes and sees her parents and brother beside her bed, crying. She asks what happened. Her brother tells her that Mahesh left her at the altar and never came back. She is shocked. Days pass and Vani still hasn't woken up. Her mother asks her brother to bring water from the temple so she can regain consciousness. On the way, he meets his friend who tells him that Mahesh is looking for Vani. He warns him to tell his sister that Mahesh is not worth her tears. Still, he brings the water and sprinkles it on Vani's face, but she doesn't wake up. Her mother begs God to give her strength so she can take care of her daughter. One day, Vani wakes up and asks for water. Her mother brings it and gives it to her. She tells her that Mahesh never came back and he didn't even apologize. She tells her mother that she wants to die. Her mother and brother try to convince her to live, but she doesn't listen. She locks herself in her room and doesn't let anyone in. She spends her days looking out of the window and writing poetry. Months pass, and one day, her mother brings food to her room. She doesn't answer. Her mother knocks on the door again, but she still doesn't answer. Worried, her mother breaks in and is shocked to see how much weight she has lost. She is barely alive. Her mother cries as she tries to make her eat. A publishing house is looking for a new anchor and writer. A famous author recommends Vani, but the manager doesn't think that she is suitable. However, when he reads one of her poems, he is impressed and hires her. Krish Kapoor is a young and talented musician who plays the guitar. He lives with his band members and works as a waiter in a restaurant. One day, a journalist interviews him about his upcoming album and publishes an article saying that all the songs in the album are written and composed by his band member. Ronit, Krish is angry because he wrote all the songs, but Ronit took all the credit. He confronts Ronit, but he doesn't apologize. He tells him to go away or else he will kick him out of the band. Upset, Krish packs his stuff and leaves. On the street, a woman walks past him and drops her book. He picks it up and returns it to her. She thanks him and walks away. He notices that she is recording something with her camera. He asks her what she's doing, and she tells him that she is making a documentary about the lives of ordinary people. She asks if she can interview him, but he refuses. Later that day, he goes to his friend KV's house. KV studies in college, but he doesn't go because he takes care of Krish. He tells Krish not to worry about the article because no one cares about what that guy said. He hands him some money and asks him to buy food for everyone. He tells him that he has saved enough money to buy instruments for the band, but Krish says that it's not the right time. He tells him to focus on his studies instead of music. He says that he has to follow his passion, but KV says that he is only 19 and has plenty of time to pursue his dreams. As Krish is leaving, he hears KV talking on the phone. He asks what happened to the money. KV tells him that he will send it soon. Krush is sad because KV is taking money that was meant for him. The next day, Krish is playing his guitar when he hears someone singing. He goes to the balcony and sees the woman from the bookstore. He recognizes her voice and goes to the street. He finds her and asks if she recorded him yesterday. She asks, which Krish? He tells her that she has a beautiful voice. She thanks him and goes to the bookstore. He follows her. She is sitting behind the counter when Krish enters. He asks if he can talk to her for a minute. She asks, what about? He tells her that he wants to know her name. She tells him that her name is Bonnie, and she is the owner of the bookstore. He introduces himself and tells her that he plays the guitar. She asks if he would play something for her. He nods and plays the guitar. She listens intently. When he is finished, she tells him that he has a lot of talent. She asks if he would like to work in her bookstore, not as a singer, but as an employee. He asks if she is serious. She nods. He tells her that he would like to work there. As Krish is arranging books on shelves, he comes across Vani's book of poetry. He opens it and is immediately drawn to the raw simplicity and depth in her writing. The words touch him deeply, and he feels a connection with the author. He learns that she is looking for a job as an anchor and writer at a publishing house and decides to help her get the job. Meanwhile, KV is studying in his room when his friend calls him and asks for the money. KV tells him that he doesn't have it yet. His friend gets angry and threatens to go to his house if he doesn't get the money by tomorrow. KV is worried. The next morning, KV is packing his stuff because he has to go home. Krish asks where he's going, but he ignores him and leaves. Alone, Krish goes to the balcony and practices his guitar. That afternoon, Krish takes the manuscript to the publishing house and tells the manager to read it before deciding whether to hire Vani or not. He leaves and the manager starts reading. He is impressed by the honesty and rawness of the writing and decides to hire her. After work, Krish and Vani meet at the bookstore. She is happy because she got the job, but Krish is worried because KV didn't return. He tells her that he has to go to his house, but she insists on coming with him. On the way, they talk about their families. She tells him that she has a brother and parents, but she doesn't have any living relatives. He tells her that he has a friend named KV, but he doesn't talk much about his family because he doesn't want to upset him. When they arrive at KV's house, they knock on the door, but no one answers. They try again, but still no one answers. She tells him that she's going to call the police, but he stops her. He tells her to wait here while he checks if KV is inside. He opens the window and sneaks in. He finds KV's friend and asks what happened to KV. His friend tells him that he took all his stuff and left. He also mentions that Krish owes him a lot of money. He is surprised because KV never told him that he owed him money. Suddenly, he hears footsteps and hides under the bed. Vani enters and asks his friend what happened to KV. She is shocked to learn that he took money from him. Just then, Krish pops out from under the bed and asks her what she's doing here. She tells him that she came to check on him because he looked sad. She asks his friend to leave so she and Krish can talk. As his friend is leaving, Krish grabs his collar and asks him to give back the money. His friend mocks him and tells him that he should have thought about this before asking for the money. He pushes Krish and runs away. When his friend is gone, Vani asks if everything is okay, but he ignores her. She asks again, but he gets angry and tells her to stay out of this. He storms out of the house and gets on his bike. She runs after him and asks him to wait. She gets on the bike and he drives her around. After a while, he stops and turns to her. He asks if she's happy now, but she asks, "What do you mean?" He tells her that she ruined everything for him. She asks, "What do you mean?" He tells her that she ruined his band, his dream. If she hadn't taken the money from KV, he wouldn't have had to ask for it. She apologizes, but he drives away. She gets off the bike and sees that they are at the publishing house. She runs inside and finds him playing his guitar. She asks if he's okay, but he ignores her. She asks again, but he tells her to stay out of this. She tells him that she's sorry, but he leaves. She goes home and sits on the floor crying. Suddenly, her brother enters and asks, "What happened?" She tells him that she's sorry, but he tells her that she doesn't have to apologize. He tells her that he always knew that Mahesh wasn't the right guy for her. He tells her not to cry anymore. She is alive, and that's all that matters. He tells her that she is strong and smart and will find someone better than Mahesh. She hugs him and thanks him for being there for her. Days pass, and one day, Krish enters the bookstore. He looks around and sees Vani behind the counter. He walks up to her and asks if she remembers him. She nods and asks, "What happened?" He tells her that he wanted to tell her something. He tells her that he loves her and asks her to marry him. She is shocked. He takes out a ring and shows it to her. She looks at the ring and then back at him. She tells him that she can't marry him. He asks why, but she tells him that she doesn't love him. He is devastated, but she tells him that she will always cherish the moment they shared and that she will never forget him. Days turn into weeks, and Vani still hasn't found someone new. One day, she receives a call from her friend, and he tells her that Mahesh is getting married. She is shocked. She didn't even know that he was seeing someone else. She asks, "Who is the girl?" And he tells her that he is marrying the daughter of a rich businessman. She is stunned. One evening, she is sitting at her desk when she hears someone playing the guitar. She goes to the window and sees Krish. He is sitting on his bike and playing his guitar. She watches him and remembers the good times they spent together. She feels a surge of emotion and runs to her phone. She dials a number and asks her friend to find out where Krish is. She hangs up and waits for him to call back. She is pacing in her room when suddenly the doorbell rings. She opens the door and sees Krish standing in front of her. He is holding a bouquet of flowers and he looks nervous. She is surprised to see him and asks what he's doing here. He takes a deep breath and tells her that he wanted to apologize for the way he treated her. He tells her that he was wrong and that he shouldn't have accused her of ruining everything. He says that he was hurt and angry and took it out on her. He tells her that he knows he doesn't have the right to ask for forgiveness, but he wanted her to know that he was sorry. She looks at him and remembers the love they shared. For a moment, no words are spoken, but the air between them is charged with emotion. She is torn between her feelings for him and the hurt he caused her. She takes a deep breath and tells him that she forgives him. He is relieved to hear this and thanks her. He tells her that he knows he can't ask for another chance, but he wanted to tell her that he loved her and always would. He turns to leave, but she stops him. She tells him that she still loves him too, and she asks him to move in with her. He is overjoyed to hear this, and he moves in with her. They share a kiss and make love. A few months later, Vani is pregnant, and Krish is excited to become a father. He holds her hand and tells her that he can't wait to meet their child. She smiles and tells him that he will be a great father. Years pass, and Krish and Vani are raising their 2 children. They are happy and in love, and they couldn't imagine their lives without each other.